What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wesam's World here live on Idobi Radio. If you're listening live, send us a tweet at Wesams_world or send us a message on Instagram at Wesam's World or to me at Wesam Quiche. You know, I love to respond to you guys while you're listening. Now, you might be wondering, well, Wesam, how are you going to respond to us and do the show live? Well, we pre-record this stuff, all right? And then we listen to it live, and we tweet, and we message back with our fans on the show. We would love for you guys to message us and tell us your favorite parts of the show. Let us know. We always respond back. Next order of business, thank you to everybody who's subscribed to us on YouTube and who's followed us on Instagram at Wesam Quiche. We appreciate you guys so much. And third order of business is the fact that it's Peyton's birthday today. Happy birthday, Peyton.
Thank you.
24 years young.
24 years young.
Yep, 2 more to go.
2 more to go. Wait, what's that? 26? Whoa. Uh-oh.
I'm kidding. I hope you have many more to go. I hope you live to 2,000 years old.
Wow. Okay, I don't.
Yeah?
No.
Why not?
Oh, that's got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah? What if you maintained this body?
If I maintain this body, I don't know.
I don't know. Would you get remarried again? Dude.
$10 she's in the room while I'm editing this. She's always in the room at the worst time while I'm editing it.
Right. Yeah,
because I'll call her out on the show, and I'm like, she won't hear it. She won't hear it.
Home
and
wrecker.
then she's in the room. Home wrecker. That's me.
I'm the home wrecker.
You're the home wrecker.
Yeah, because I asked you the question knowing well the answer. What it would
right.
be.
But remember from last week, I'm also a raging alcoholic.
That's true.
So.
And then I think I'm going to change your name to Fast Pee-Pee.
Okay.
Little Pee-Pee. That's
you.
your nickname.
Thank
okay?
you.
Little Peyton.
That's what I wanted.
Little Pee-Pee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Your mom listens to this.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Mrs. Grufik, thank you for tuning into the show. We're a big fan of you.
Yes.
Parents love me, man.
Catherine's World.
Catherine's World. That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's her podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, I got to tell you something that just happened to me. So there is a spot for electric vehicles only to park their car.
Yes.
Yeah, and in that spot is a van, and it annoys me because people just completely disregard signs.
Yeah.
And not just me, a lot of people use that spot to charge their electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Because it's free, it's convenient, and it just bothers me when someone just doesn't care.
No, I get that. Yeah.
And I had to park the opposite way behind them, and I look like a jerk now. If that person leaves, I look like a jerk. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And you know what else I just realized I didn't do? I didn't hit start on my timer. So you're going to have to check.
Hey, give me a sec. Okay, we are because we did the little delay. We're just going to say we're 3 minutes in.
Okay. 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
That felt like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 minutes in. I'm sorry. Today I've just been all about the show, and that's what I'm concentrated on.
That's right.
And we got a nice HelloFresh is back with us.
HelloFresh back.
I know. I can't wait to talk about the deal we had with them, which is
Yes.
great. It'll help. Dude, HelloFresh is giving away way too much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned that they're not making money. I'm kidding. They are definitely making money, but they've been very generous in what they've been giving people. And I just want to do a shout out to our guest that we had, Sean Cowhig, and I'll give him a little bit of a better introduction. Man, we had such a great episode with him, dude.
Yeah.
It was so good. And I can't wait for actors and artists to listen to this and feel motivated to get back on track. And we laughed, too.
Yeah.
Which some parts were just hilarious. Have you been having a good week?
I have.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's good stuff.
You getting a little birthday steak tonight?
I am going
Wonderful.
to Outback.
Nice.
So good.
Super good.
And started Grubhub this week just to make a little money on the side.
That's great.
And I didn't realize how much money you can make off of Grubhub.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there trying to find a little side gig during these weird times, if Grubhub's hiring in your area, not a bad idea at all.
Do it. I love it. I'm so glad you were able to sign up. Shout out to Amir for hooking us up with that. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I've been waiting, man. Waiting. No news.
Yeah.
No news yet on possible projects and my pilot that's been rolled over to this year yet. I was hoping to hear back at the end of this week. Nothing yet. Oh, heart's racing, dude. Heart's racing. Yeah, even just talking about it, I'm getting anxious again.
You sleeping? You sleeping well at night?
Weird dreams.
Weird dreams?
Yeah, weird dreams. And I'm overeating right before bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had a meal before I went to bed, or like in the evening last night, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to order a pizza. Ate half a pizza. Wow. And then had cinnamon rolls, Papa John's. I ate so much bread before bed. And I would remember I was just like, at some point I was just like, I ate too much.
You became Little Wesam?
Yeah, I'll become Little Wesam. I'll be like, no, I don't like it. I ate too much. My tummy hurts.
Oh, man. Do you lucid dream?
Yeah.
Man. Can't figure it out.
Yeah, you're not smart enough.
Yeah, that's it. You got me.
It. Yeah.
That's it.
You like to be degraded, so...
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. I don't want to... No, never mind. I'll ask you off air.
No, now you got to ask me
No, we got sponsors. Sponsors.
Okay.
Don't want to lose out on money. Anyway. Yeah. Lucid dreaming. You don't do it.
I'll do it on accident, and it'll be like 20 seconds long.
Okay.
And it'll be right before I wake up.
Copy.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be in like a little, and it's only when I take naps. I'm a big nap person. Like take an hour nap when I feel like it. And it's never when I'm sleeping for real at nighttime. It's only during these hour naps, and it'll be like 20, 30 seconds long. I realize I'm dreaming. I realize all this funky shit is happening, and then I wake up. Wow. And I'm like, well, that was fun.
Yeah. It's nap dreams for me are a little weird.
Yeah.
They're very weird.
Yeah.
Lucid dreaming is really interesting because I've had weird experiences with that in the sense of sometimes I'm able to fly, sometimes I'm running away from the people in the dream who know I'm lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
That's
that's interesting.
Yeah.
You're going Inception mode now.
Yeah, and they're like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, oh, shit.
Whoa.
Yep.
I don't think you're lucid dreaming at that point. I think you are in Inception.
Yeah.
At that point. You just don't know it.
Or a different universe. Who knows, dude? Who freaking knows? I'll tell you who doesn't know. My timer. Because it's still going on.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, I need to remember to hit the timer. You might need a timer or something like that.
We should just get a nice little clock.
I know.
Right there.
I know. Dude, I can't wait for things to be done with this COVID. I'm done.
I think we all are.
Everybody's done.
Yeah, everybody's done. I don't think anybody's going like, yes, let's keep this going.
It's been a year.
I don't know.
It's been a solid year, and everybody is fed up, and I'm fed up with the stupid people in charge of the governments before and after the election who are handling everything, especially the people beforehand, because they screwed everyone over.
They screwed the pooch.
They screwed us. That's who they screwed. Unbelievable, man. So frustrating. So frustrating. All of a sudden now they're like, now we're going to get National Guard troops to help with the vaccination. And now the NFL is like, oh, we're going to set up vaccination sites and stuff. And I'm like, oh, all of a sudden you guys want to put out a helping hand? All of a sudden the NFL wants to lend a hand?
Because you know what getting the vaccine means. It means quickly getting everything back to normal.
So they can continue to make money.
So they can get people back at the NFL games.
Come on, dude.
When's the Super Bowl? Has it
happened? I don't care. Yeah, it's happened. Somebody won. Yeah, by the time this airs.
Oh, well, by the time this airs.
Yeah, somebody won.
Okay.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
Let's introduce our guest.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Way Highway, Thursdays on Idobi Radio at 4 p.m. Pacific time. You might know him from Jerry, from the movie called Blood-Sucking Bastards, and also Fleek from the Hell Den Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a great conversation right after the break. Oh my God, I messed up his name. Sean Cowhig. I was going to say Howkig.
Sean Howkig.
Sean Cowhig. We'll be back. Peyton, guess what?
What?
I got a happy birthday present for you.
For me?
For you.
What?
Guess who it's from?
Who?
HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. They decided to re-up with us because we did such a great job last time.
They're so good to us.
They are so good to us, and they're so good to the people of the United States of America. Let me tell you why they're so good. First of all, they save time and stress. It's convenient, contact-free delivery right to your doorstep. I love it. No
Love
COVID.
it.
Easy to follow and quick to make recipes. We made those beef tacos that they delivered to us in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was probably around the 20-minute, maybe 15-minute
Right.
range.
With filming. Like,
With
you know,
filming.
with filming.
So if you're not filming anything, you got a quick,
It's gonna be quicker.
great meal. They have steps and pictures to guide you along the way. So if you're an idiot or you don't really cook, boom, you can do it
perfect.
on your own. And it cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips, which again mitigates your contact with other people at the grocery store who might have
Yes.
COVID. And it's 46% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store. And you can skip the checkout lines. That's almost 50% cheaper than what you normally bring. And what I love is they give you the exact amount of ingredients you need.
Right.
And let's say you don't like, I don't like tomatoes. Oh, well then don't
Yeah.
put them on there. They
Yeah.
don't give you like a whole box of unnecessary things. You're buying exactly what you need, and I love that. They got gourmet recipes like balsamic fig sirloin.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's like 72% cheaper than if you went to a restaurant to eat it.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Dude, they've been so freaking good to people. And I'm kind of concerned. Are they even making money from the deals that they're giving people?
I don't know, man.
They are.
They are.
They
Okay,
are.
good.
They are, but they're being too generous. Sometimes I want to talk to the CEO of HelloFresh and be
Right.
like, "Hey, are you guys still making profit? Because
He's
you're
like,
giving a lot away here."
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
We're fine? Okay.
We're fine.
Okay. All right. Another reason why I love them is it's delicious and nutritious. 23 plus recipes featuring a range of flavors, cuisines, and ingredients, so you'll never get bored. They always change it up. Also, they have add-on selections and where you can do like a quick breakfast and a lunch, or like proteins, savory sides, and desserts. So you can add on stuff to your meal or take stuff off. And I love that. I love that so much. There's something for everyone, including weekly, low-calorie, vegetarian, and family-friendly recipes. All their ingredients, like I said before, fresh, high quality, and pre-portioned. Over 90% of the ingredients are sourced directly from farmers to ensure only the freshest produce and proteins are delivered. And dude, they make eating healthier so easy. They have low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options every single
Nice.
week. We're not supposed to even mention this, but I want to. You can customize your orders every week. And you can skip a week. Let's say you're going out of town.
Yeah.
You can skip a week if you want to do that. And I like that because I'm on the go all the time. I might be
Right.
filming in Jersey, or I might be filming in Vancouver, Australia. Boom. They do that. Let me tell you guys the deal they're giving us.
Okay.
Go to hellofresh.com/WeSam10 and use WeSam10 for 10 free meals, including free
Ooh,
shipping.
That's even better than the last one.
I know!
It just keeps getting better and better.
Go to hellofresh.com/WeSam10 and use code WeSam10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's code WESAM10, WeSam10 for 10 free meals.
It ain't going to get better than that.
It ain't. Happy birthday, Peyton.
Thank you, man.
Sean, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart, I enjoy talking with you so much. And I know we don't talk a lot, but I always leave our conversations going, Sean's a real dude. I can sit down and talk with him, and I don't feel like he's faking it ever.
Wesam, that makes me so happy. Thank you for saying so. I agree 100%, and I think we should talk more often.
I would love to, and there's no excuse not to, but we live in this city that you could literally be next door neighbors to someone and be friends with them and still not hang out. For whatever reason that is, I have no clue.
Yeah. When I moved here in 2003, I moved in above my aunt's house in Venice. Mm-hmm. And when I moved out to move to Hollywood, she was like, we're never going to see each other again. And I was like, come on. And she was 100% right. Because it's hard.
Yeah, this city does something to the people where they just want to stay in their little radius. Mm-hmm. And anything outside of that doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
We were just talking about something that frustrates me. We were talking about getting drink sponsors for the show. Mm-hmm. And how we live in a city where everybody is attracted to the shiny thing that's happening. And it frustrates me so much. And I learned that instead of fighting against it, I have to stop taking things so personally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. If you add that to the list of things that you take personally, you're going to bury yourself. Because what are we doing? We're already people that are feeling manipulators, right? Our job is to manipulate feelings. And then if you don't put up a fourth wall and separate yourself from the product, it's going to make you feel terrible when you're not that shiny object.
And then it makes you think, well, am I even... Do I want to play into that game? I get it. People are busy. A lot of my colleagues that I've worked with, they're busy too. You know, they work on projects. They're doing their own thing. And I feel happy I've cultivated certain relationships that feel very genuine. And with those relationships, though, there's some work that has to be put into it where you're like, okay, I'm making room for at least coffee just to check up on this person at this time on this day, no matter how lethargic or lazy I feel, I'm going to meet with them. Because for some reason, you start feeling, as it gets closer, you're like, do I want to, is it awkward? Is it going to be weird?
Yeah.
What are we going to, I don't know why those negative thoughts come into my head. Do other people's in small towns feel the same way?
I have no idea, but I feel you so much. I have this thing where I feel like I'm going to bother people. My friends. Like I'm going to bother them with a text, with a call, with a, hey, let's grab a bite, grab a drink. I feel like I'm bothering people, which is crazy.
I feel that too. I feel I annoy two of my friends a lot with messages. And actually three, with the group messages you're in when we're sending stupid stuff. I'm like, Peyton is probably cursing right now. Because he's just being bombarded with Reddit videos and us ragging on each other and saying things that could get us all canceled. So I feel the same way, but I still do it. And I don't know, maybe I'm testing the friendship boundaries. You want to scoot this up a little closer? Are you comfortable?
I got you.
Yeah. If you want to.
Yeah.
I don't want you to lean forward too much.
Nah, that lean. That's so funny that we're the same. I have a amazing storyteller of a brain that will just convince me of things. It will tell me I'm bothering people. When somebody calls me, I'm immediately like, something's wrong. Like it can't be. It's just somebody calling to be like, what's up?
Yeah.
I think these are your friends, Sean. They're your friends. They're people you've known for years. You're not bothering anybody. Nobody's behind the scenes mad at you. I'll make like an email I sent to somebody asking for something. I'll build it up into just a big catastrophe in my head.
Yeah.
They're so mad.
I don't know why we go in that route.
It's crazy.
There's a few relationships that I've been trying to, again, cultivate because I actually like these people, but I've worked with them. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want them to feel like, oh, he's just messaging me because he's seeing if there's a job in the future pipeline for him. And it's like, well, I like hanging out with you as a friend. You're enjoyable to be around. You're super professional. Can I have all of that at the same time and possibly get a job to work with you again because I like to work with you?
Yeah.
It's not just for the job. It's actually, I'm at a point where I want to enjoy who I work with, who I spend my time with.
Right. And we're in the business. If we were to go on a dive down IMDb Pro, we'd see that people routinely work with each other over and over and over. And it's probably because they're friends. And they probably enjoy time together on the regular and enjoy working with each other. So we should be able to have both.
Right.
Yeah.
You would think so. I don't know. Maybe some people feel like people are always trying to get stuff from them, so they're very guarded, which I understand at the same time too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I kind of messed up before we started. I forgot to hit the start button. So Peyton, can you let me know how much time we have on the 20-minute mark? 6-minute mark? Great. I'm way off. Please.
Finger
please
go.
do. Thank you. You told me earlier MFA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
It's, I don't know. It's crazy. This is something to do. No, I have a lot of friends right now who are going back to school, but different things. People finishing up BAs just in general studies. People going to grad school to get MFAs in different things. There's therapy and then like expressive arts therapy. So some of it is like, I need to finish this up. And other people I'm kind of switching my lane a little bit. I'm kind of switching the way I'm going about what I'm going to do with my life. And so I was like, that's really, really cool. And then I started investigating it for myself, and all roads led to acting. So the cool part was I had this self-discovery where I was like, no, this is the thing that I want to do. It is my one true love. It's the thing that I love more than anything. But then why would I want to go spend 3 to 4 years doing the thing again? I don't know. I think I have this quest, like it's unfinished business. I don't think I did my BA justice. I don't think my undergrad time at Emerson, I don't look back on it and think I did everything correctly. I didn't do it the right way. So I'm trying to remedy that in a way. Yeah.
Can we delve into this a little deeper?
Absolutely.
You don't think you did things the right way whenever you were doing your BA. Who does do things the right way in their college, first of all?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, what things are you going to do different that would go, okay, now my life's back on track with an F? By the way, I'm not like trying to steer you away or towards this. I'm literally just asking questions.
Of course. Yeah. No, totally. No judgment. No perceived judgment on my end.
Good. But yeah, what would be different that you would do?
So I went to Emerson College. I was acting in high school. I knew I wanted to pursue it then. I knew I wanted to pursue it when I was doing like one-act festivals in high school and like bringing shows around to like, regionals and trying to get to states and all that. I knew then that's what I wanted to do. And I started getting mailers from different colleges. Beaver College, College of Study Crafts, like just the weirdest. And then one from Emerson. And I was like, wait a minute, this is legit. And I read up on Emerson and was like, I can applied early, got in, and then was done. So like I was into Emerson before anybody else in my graduating class of high school was doing a thing. And I was so excited. Okay. Then I went to Emerson. I discovered the comedy troupes there. I auditioned for the one that was all improv. I got into it. And when I got onto that comedy troupe, it took over my life. And all of a sudden, all my time and energy was spent doing that. I didn't re-audition. Emerson has this thing where the BA acting program and the BFA acting program are the same for the first 2 years, and then they split. So anybody that's either in it or not in it, you're doing the same thing. If you're a BA or a BFA for the first 2 years, you're doing the exact same thing, and then everybody has to audition again after sophomore year. And I didn't even do that. I just went into BA theater studies and spent all my time and energy on my comedy shows, and I didn't audition for any Emerson stage productions. And Emerson stage, if you're in the biggest of the shows, in the main stage shows, you're performing at Emerson's Majestic Theater. So you're in this incredible historic theater in downtown Boston doing shows for your college. And I didn't try to do any of that. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't. Not that I would give up what I did in my comedy shows. Really, I feel like I could have done both. So the MFA is going back to theater acting and the idea of those graduate shows, whatever that might be. It's doing a play somewhere.
Gotcha. And what will that give you other than the experience? Is there after that?
No,
Because
for real.
an experience I think is very important.
Mm-hmm.
To travel somewhere, to see the land, to see the people.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that there's lots that can be cultivated from those experiences, and your perspective on things ultimately is what would be the goal for you to widen your perspective on this reality that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you go back and you're doing these shows in this majestic theater.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning more about the craft, maybe certain techniques, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
you wouldn't have learned beforehand,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
What does that fill in you?
I think it closes the door on this thing that I feel like I'm missing out on. I feel like I'm missing out on a piece of my education. I'm big into like, hey, I want to become the best version of me. Like I had a kind of revelation. First of all, I moved to LA with the idea of like being a star, which I don't is maybe the worst way to try to approach Los Angeles. It will get you smashed. So the idea of like, I want to be a star / I want to be famous. I've been able to kind of put that to bed. And then I dealt with a lot of like, why am I not a better actor? Or like, I want to be the best actor, right? I want to be the best actor. And now I'm slowly realizing that's not even really a thing. Like, you just have to be the best version of you, and the stars will align. Because when you kind of break down, casting in parts, it's not necessarily like who's better at the thing. It's the idea of the casting director and like who's the better fit for the thing. What is the thing that I'm looking for? What do I want the picture to look like? So you need to like get your craft right? Be comfortable, you need to be good at acting in general. But at the end of the day, it's like, are you the best version of yourself so that if the stars align, you can play this part with strength? Does that make sense?
100%.
Awesome.
I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that alignment you're talking about on how you're pursuing things out here is the only plausible and realistic way of having a successful career in this business and being grounded enough so you're not deluded with all the shiny things Los Angeles has to offer.
Yep.
And or New York or any other big city, but specifically Los Angeles and New York. I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
In terms of you feel like something's lacking education-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Have you considered other ways? And I know we're in a pandemic and you'd have to wait till the pandemic is over. It's just that school and universities are so expensive. And I want to share a little bit of my experience with you.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough in high school to have a drama program taught by Troy Powell from 9th to 12th grade. And this program was incredible. The talent at the time, too, that was in those classes was just, for high schoolers, superb. He taught us acting techniques. We took some camps. We took improv camp. That was the first thing before even going to 9th grade. We took improv camp with him.
Yes.
And it was such a strong suit, and it's not surprising to hear that you excelled in improv. And I'm putting a footnote in that because I want to come back to it at the end of this.
Right on.
So we joined an improv group with him and toured Oklahoma, like parts of Oklahoma, mostly stayed in Tulsa. We did these amazing shows. I was able to shadow these big actors who would come in during the summertime for Shakespeare in the Park and see their techniques and
Yes.
hear what they have with Shakespeare and stuff. They'd have me have one line or just a little scene I can go in and do and just be part of this group. And then in college, I had a great acting teacher named Lisa Wilson who taught me the foundational principles of acting with Uta Hagen's Respect for Acting book, Stanislavski. I had a Meisner teacher there that got me introduced to Meisner, a bunch of different acting techniques, and then I got to study abroad in London for a semester and really see what real acting was all about.
Yes.
So, these 8 years before even moving out here, I was just immersed in acting and everything. And especially in college, you're talking about the techniques and everything like that. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I came out to LA with some sort of foundational acting technique to kind of prop me up. And then I realized I had to change a lot of it because a lot of it was meant for theater. So I come out here and I was like, oh, I'm overacting a lot. Oh, I'm a horrible actor. That whole thing.
Yep.
However, the principles in the technique stayed the same, which is interesting. I found, though, and I could be wrong because it's just from my experience, that the techniques you're talking about, you think you're lacking because you have such a strong improv background. I think if you searched for good acting classes and teachers out here, specifically teachers, maybe you would fill a little bit of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not talking out of turn or anything like that.
Not at all.
Because I know school is so expensive.
It's so expensive. So I agree with you, and I think that's another path. My MFA journey started, and it was 2 schools. I'm already rejected. It's so funny. One was Juilliard, and the reason why it was Juilliard is because of where I teach at an acting conservatory. Every now and again, I'll get hit up for a recommendation letter.
Yeah.
And a student hit me up for a recommendation letter. And as I was going in there and looking at the Juilliard stuff, I saw there was still time to apply for the MFA program. And I was like, I should apply to Juilliard. And then I just did it. Like a crazy person on a whim. And then the process, while I was doing the process, I was like, this feels good. Like, learning the monologues I wanted to do and working on them felt good. Part of that's pandemic. It was something to do.
Right.
So that was incredible. But in that process, I started looking at USC, and I had time to audition for USC, and in the same amount of time, like basically do the Juilliard audition and then take that same audition and just put it on video, just put it on my phone and then upload it, and that's the USC audition. So like it just made sense to do both. And then by the time I was honing it and putting it on tape for USC, I started falling in love with the idea of like a California school, a school with like theater roots like USC, knowing that come out of the MFA program and be part of that community. And then I just moved downtown. So I'm kind of in the backyard of USC, and I take walks up by the Almason, and I'm like, there's something about that school getting in the community, and then am I in a show one day that's within walking distance of the apartment I live in downtown, and I'm living a New York lifestyle in LA, and I kind of started, dreaming on that, and I really started to fall in love with that idea. So the education part, you're exactly right. That acting classes could take care of that. I'm also looking for this side community thing, like to be immersed with a group that you leave a thing with, and you're like, we are forever connected.
I totally get that. We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to jump right back into this.
Awesome.
We'll be right back. This community you speak of. There were certain people in my college community that I enjoyed being around, but I felt And I know everybody's experience is different, so I'm just talking from mine, and I'm trying to understand that, like, it would be great for that. Like, I don't know, like, do you feel you might be romanticizing it a little bit?
Absolutely. I think I'm romanticizing it a little bit, and I also don't think I'm giving enough credit to regular acting classes. I think that I got jaded by, like, the workshop, the LA workshop, like, circuit, which feels terrible. Like, there are some workshops that are like, this is not an audition, this is a workshop. But then you, like, go in, listen to a person talk for a while, you have one prepared scene, you hand them a headshot, you do the scene, they maybe give you notes, and then you walk away being like, that was an audition. I know it's not an audition, I'm not going to be cast from this, but it 100% felt like an audition, complete with that feeling when you do something and you're like, please, I'm in the room with the director. Just, can you give me a note? Can you tell me something about what I did? And they're just kind of like, that was all right. I got what I need. And then you leave and you're like, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm jaded by that circuit, and I'm just worried that acting classes would feel like that. I have this vision of it, and I know I'm wrong. I know I can find something great. I know it exists, but in my mind, it's like, it's a rotating cast of people that are like half in and half out of the door of acting.
Have you been to Keep It Real Acting with Stacey Edwards as the teacher?
No.
That's my go-to recommendation.
Yeah.
For anyone who's looking to increase their acting craft and a no bullshit teacher. And it's a little bit of a rough class because she is going to tell you the truth.
Awesome.
And there's no favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Very straightforward. And you can trust her.
Amazing.
And when things get back up, I highly recommend her.
Mm-hmm.
But I totally understand what you're saying. And I get it.
Yeah.
I get that frustration of going after workshops, of trying different acting. You go to a workshop casting and they fill out a little questionnaire, 4 out of 5 on this, 5 out of, like, what does that 4 out of 5 mean?
Yeah.
Like, how can I improve on this? I want to work. How can I work?
Mm-hmm.
How can I get better at what I did? What did I do wrong? And it's that frustration that can lead a lot of people down different paths. So, man, I wish you the best of luck on this journey, because it's not going to be easy, and you're going to find problems or little obstacles while you're doing it as well. And but I hope that you find that thing you were missing gets fulfilled with the right thing.
Yeah.
And that it illuminates a better path for you forward after this is all done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thank you. And I'm going to do something. And really, honestly, like, the biggest takeaway for everyone who's listening, when you...
Sorry, I'm burping so loud, and I'm trying to keep it in. I apologize. We're in this serious convo, and I just my stomach's like, no!
The biggest takeaway is there's something you want to do. There's something that you feel that you want to do. Just damn do it. Because I feel like maybe a few years ago, I would have stared at a computer screen and then done nothing. But this time I applied to 2 graduate programs and I auditioned for both of them. And thank you, I did something.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it. If you see something, if there's a change you want to make and there's something you want to do, just put your mind to it and do it. Do it.
Yeah. Just circling back to what you said, finding the best version of you,
Mm-hmm.
and how people need to realize that's a constantly evolving thing. It's not like a sedentary or a stationary you.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to change because you're going to get older.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain's changing, your body's changing, the world around you is changing, your wants and your needs inherently change because of that. And you've got to find, though, within all that, those little things that are the constant. and work from those things that are immovable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And then build from there. Who are you as a person? Who are you then as an actor?
Yeah.
What are you good at? You know you're good at something. I know, like, artists listening to this, actors, athletes, whoever. If you know you know what you're good at.
Yeah.
There's like those little things where you're like, that's my special move.
Right. Right.
Build on that.
Yep.
You know, my brother, and he might be a little embarrassed because we're talking about this. We're talking about inaction yesterday. We had a coffee meeting. Nice. I'm going to tell a little personal story about my brother. Shit. And he came into my room yesterday looking for sympathy, and I did not give it to him. My youngest brother texted him a series of text messages that were, he like, man, Daniel is pissed at me. And I was like, why? And William has had this character in the works that we keep telling him, like, hey, man, you should kind of go forward with this, like kind of develop it because it's really funny and people enjoy it. And he's a musician. He's like, I'm not really, like, I don't want to be known for this character. I'm like, cool, but you're not known for anything right now. You're just starting off your career.
Right.
And you're a great musician. You make your own music, and he makes a living off of making music. Which, who can say that?
It's amazing.
He's living the dream. Who's to say that this is not a part of your journey? So he was looking for sympathy, saying that, you know, thinking I was going to disagree with Daniel, telling him like, hey man, you need to jump on the wagon with this because one of his buddies took a video of him kind of doing this character, and it blew up on TikTok.
Amazing.
And he's like, if you don't do this, never ask for my help again on anything. That's what my youngest brother said to my middle brother.
Wow.
And he came in there, and I'm like, do you want my honest opinion? And I could see him kind of deflate a little bit. And I'm like, you have this problem with inaction. You question things to a certain degree so much that it actually hinders you. And whenever as artists, we have that thing that kind of inspires us, right? That negative artist brain is going, are you good enough? Is this going to be funny? Is this even the right choice? And you've given yourself so many questions and so much time in between you and the inspiration point that it just goes away.
Yeah.
And you've done that so many times. And this is one of those times. So we had a nice coffee meeting. We talked about it some more. And he's on the path of action now with this. And I told him, like, you don't know if this is going to work out. This could be a dead end, but you would have gained the experience and the knowledge that will set you up for something else. And saying this out loud makes me go, you know what? If you're feeling towards this MF program, obviously you're going to do what you want. You're not going to be like, well, Wesam said not to do it. I'll be completely frank with you. I wouldn't have done it, but it's your journey, and you feel like you need to do this.
Yeah.
And so now saying this out loud, dude, I'm like 100% behind you now.
Awesome.
Because it's action.
Yeah. That story, man, do I feel that. And I can look back and everything. All of the problems, everything I'm trying to fight against is writing past inaction. All of that inaction, and it's all my fault. Why didn't I do my comedy shows and audition for the Emerson Mainstage productions? And that inaction, it's just fear. I'm afraid to put myself out there. I'm afraid of the rejection.
Right.
Because it hurts.
It hurts. It sucks. I told him, like, when I first started out here, you know how many things I started that just were dead ends, and I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated. Certain other people didn't want to work as hard as me or didn't want to do stuff as much as me, and I felt so, like, I felt alone.
Yeah. Yep.
I felt alone. And I realized looking back, because, you know, with time, you kind of see the whole picture a little better. I'm like, oh, those were all stepping stones. I learned something from each of those experiences, or I connected with someone from each of those experiences that had led me to those big critical moments. You know what, man? You live in the Valley?
No, I live downtown. I just moved to downtown LA.
Shit. You just moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I got a hybrid, so I'll drive anywhere.
So I usually, because of fucking COVID, and I don't know if I'm even supposed to mention it. Well, anyway, my buddy who I would do these Sunday acting classes with, we were feeling that kind of problem you were feeling with acting classes, and we would meet up Sunday mornings, give each other cold reading scenes, and just run them over and over and over and over and over and over again. And we'd run them in ways that are not meant for the character. Like, he could be a nice guy, we make him into an asshole, or he's the boss character and we make him kind of shy. We just do totally different things, and we should do that sometime.
I would love to do that.
Yeah,
sometime,
and kind of show you the process of what we did. And if you know, you find somebody close by you that could do that, then that's awesome. Because I'm always looking. Like the other day I did it, and it was actually hard for me because I'm kind of in this. I'll share a little bit with you. I wanted to share. I feel a lack of heart and soul into a lot of things I'm doing lately. Like, I feel I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting because I am waiting for some news, and I'm feeling a lack of fire in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that's a different problem, but it's a combination of COVID and a lot of other things, and for a fact that I need to work because I'm kind of helping taking care of my family with some stuff, my mom and dad, and I haven't worked in a while, and I don't have income coming in. I have a little bit of income, thankfully, from the show, but for the most part, it's just weighing on me, and I'm waiting for the job. I'm just waiting.
Yeah. God, this shit has ripped us apart because everything, like, Los Angeles is a lonely, isolating town, and acting is a lonely, isolating business, and COVID has been a lonely, isolating disease. And you put that all together, and I hear you. It's hard to get yourself up for anything. It's just a journey. I can't wait. And I mean, there it is again. Like, give me... When I was talking to USC about their program, I did a virtual info session with like the assistant dean of admissions. 2 years of study and a third year of performance. An entire year where you're just doing month-long runs of different shows. And I was like, thank you, please. Just give me something to do. Yeah. I think when we as artists are put on the shelf for too long, we just lose that fire. We need to be doing the thing that we love.
I get antsy. Yeah. Like, really antsy. Even films that I would normally just sit and watch, kind of, I say I'm fast forwarding through stuff. Yeah. Just like, no. I already know this. I already know this formula. I already know what's going to happen. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's a good scene. Yeah.
I did that recently with because, like, every dude in my life loved that movie. All of my at-home friends love that movie. And I was watching it, and I was like, what's happening? Do I not like things anymore? What? Oh, no. Oh, no. But I was like, what has happened to my soul? Why? Somebody help me.
Sean?
Yeah.
You have to bleep this part out. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I have to.
What happened?
So you're gonna. It's just gonna be quick, so I won't make your job too hard. Okay. Because I want to work in this industry for a long time. I fucking hated. It was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my entire life. The beep is over now. Okay, and please don't show my mouth or anything like that. Yeah. So nobody will fucking know what I said, and this will be the This might be the clip.
Should we cut me out too? What did I do?
No. We're all good. We're all good.
Oh my god. I could like, honestly, I was like, there's something wrong with me. I must not like films anymore. Why don't I like this? I should be liking this.
Bro, it's even things on YouTube which would kind of distract me from life that I like watching, like the Angry Video Game Nerd or the Nostalgia Critic, which I like watching all their videos because they're silly and I'm like, oh, no, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on. I want to work. I want to act. I want to be on set. I don't want to watch movies or TV shows. I want to be in them on set.
Yeah.
That's how bad I want it, dude. Yeah. Oh man, there is no better feeling in the world, and I know you guys have experienced it, driving to set, being on set.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a 16, 17-hour day, 5 days in a row, and do the same thing week after week. I would love to go to bed every night fucking exhausted from filming.
Yeah.
Honest day's work, doing something you love. Not only that, you're doing it so freaking good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know, dude. Well, let's shift subject a little bit.
Yeah.
You did a animated show.
Yeah, Helden, 2 seasons available on Sci-Fi. You should be able to find it, on demand on Sci-Fi, NBC, Universal, NBC's website, wherever Sci-Fi on-demand stuff is available. 2 seasons of an animated sketch comedy show.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Kudos for doing something during the break, because a lot of people have tried doing stuff and
Yeah. The season 2, we started producing it in March. And so it was a full-on pandemic show. All of our meetings were virtual. All of the audio was recorded from home.
That's amazing.
It was crazy.
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
And you're still doing The Way Highway?
The Way Highway is coming the next Thursday, the 11th. We have Cash from Stony Slice. My life is forever changed. They're making weed pizza now.
Whoa. What does that mean?
The cannabis is in the oil, and so they infuse the dough, and the pizza is it's a weed pizza. It's 30 to 40 milligrams per individual pizza, and the pizza itself gets you high. They're just they cut out the middleman, right? You don't have to get high and then get pizza anymore. Now you can just get pizza that gets you high. Dude.
Now, does it taste like weed?
Not at all, which is crazy because a lot of the chocolates, the brownies, the gummies can sometimes have a weed taste. I've sampled this pizza. It just straight up tastes like delicious pizza, which is dangerous. Yeah.
That sounds, I would try that.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten high yet. Haven't gotten high yet. And both of my brothers thinks I haven't been smoking or inhaling it. I just put it in my mouth. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, it's in my lungs. I feel it. Nothing happened. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edibles are definitely, you just have to be careful. You gotta make sure you don't do the thing where you're like, no, I don't feel it yet. And then you eat a bunch more because metabolism, every person kind of gets edibles. The feeling's a little bit different based on your metabolism. I have this thing where if I take an edible on an empty-ish stomach, I'm not going to feel it until I eat. And that could be a half an hour. That could be 3.5 hours.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, with The Way Highway, though, you said next week. So are you guys not doing shows right now?
No, we are.
Sorry.
It's just Thursdays at 4. So what day is it now?
It's after our show on Thursday.
Yeah.
So after this show, which we actually have to wrap up for the Idobi segment right now, you can listen to The Way Highway, and you get more of Sean Cowhig right now. You're so high. Dude, are you high right now?
No, I don't know what day it is unless I'm looking at a calendar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Classic Sean.
I even said Thursday the 11th, which is today.
Well, for those of you listening on Idobi, thank you for tuning in. The show continues on. If you want to listen to this full episode, all you have to do is tune in to YouTube tomorrow or download us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Just search Wesam's World. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to us on YouTube. We appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram. I don't know why, but those numbers don't match up. So follow us on Instagram at Wesam's World. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week. The show continues on. The show is continuing on now. For those of you listening and watching on YouTube. Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
Now a little bit of behind the scenes stuff.
Now what day is it?
It's still, well, who knows?
Friday.
Well, if they're listening on Friday, it's Friday. Right.
That's where true fans listen. So if you're
True fan.
yeah,
Are you talking shit to Idobi?
Wow.
Oh man. Are you so you got a new co-host, which happened
Yeah.
a while ago, I think, right?
It has been a while now. Like we were, it was long enough ago that we were doing episodes here. The one and only Kristen Sanchez, fantastic cohort for me on the Way Highway.
Okay.
Yeah, really good friend of mine, super knowledgeable and incredibly funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What now for people who have not listened to The Way Highway, how would you describe the show to them?
It's a cannabis comedy show. We're always going to talk a little bit about something new that we're trying out there, hence Stony Slice. I like to talk a lot about, it depends on, like, I'm into a lot of different things at a lot of different times. But we're always talking about a new tincture, maybe a new ratio that has CBD and THC, so I can talk a little bit about how specifically I use it, right? Because on days where I have nothing to do and I know I want to get a little bit high, I'll use a ratio tincture during the day because I'm always trying to make sure I don't get so high that I become unproductive. So a ratio tincture will just kind of give me a little lift in the day, a little bit of a mood shift to go about the things that I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I still need to get high. I want to find the appropriate setting. What I'd like to do is do a little DMT trip after I've been kind of fasting for a certain amount of time spiritually, kind of live a pious lifetime, and then just go on a heavy DMT trip and see what that does to me.
Yeah, I hear that. I am starting to plan a thing come April. I've always wanted to do a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas trip, meaning
Oh my gosh.
just take a bunch of drugs to Vegas.
Wow.
And in April, it's going to be my 40th birthday. So I think I want to do it for that.
Okay. Coke, heroin, the whole 9 yards?
No heroin.
Okay.
No, there's never any heroin, never any meth, never any crack. We're talking predominantly
Coke.
Well, you got to have cocaine to keep going.
Gotcha.
Cocaine, MDMA, some sort of Molly or ecstasy,
'Kay.
shrooms, LSD.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be careful.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah.
Got to. And
Who's going to be with you?
I don't know. I'm still looking for, my lawyer. I threw up quotes
Lawyer.
in that to keep
like
on
that.
with the fear and loathing metaphors.
I'd like to take a Las Vegas trip, not for those things, but I'd like to do a guy's trip there in a celebratory sense and eat at nice restaurants, maybe see a show.
Yeah.
Maybe we visit the table, like a poker, Texas Hold'em table, and we all just play against each other. I think that to me is like my Vegas trip, my ultimate Vegas trip.
Yeah.
We'll wear suits the whole time.
I love it. There's nothing. I don't drink anymore, so like cannabis is my thing that substitutes, and there's nothing funnier than Sean high in a suit trying to figure out how to play blackjack. It's amazing.
Oh, I bet.
It's an amazing sight to behold.
Well, dude, you have a lot of upcoming things this year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of challenges, a lot of events, big life-changing events.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck in all of it, man.
Thank you. I once looked towards 40 with fear and dread, and now I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be 40. I think 40 pushes a little bit more towards a no fucks left to give version of me, and I want that. I would love to not be like super worried about anything anymore. What we're talking about, just continue to put out the best version of me, let that shine, and not worry about any of the bullshit.
Yeah. Are you spiritual at all? Do you believe in anything?
I was raised very Catholic, and then I pushed away from that because of kind of like the dark underside of the Catholic Church. It didn't really vibe with me anymore. And I thought for a while that I was an atheist, but then I realized, like, oh no, Sean, you're not an atheist. You definitely believe in God. You just don't believe in Catholic angry God. You don't believe in dude with a long white beard sitting on a cloud, right?
Yeah.
You definitely believe in God. And I do think that I am spiritual. I think there's something that's definitely watching over and guiding this insanity.
Yeah.
Right?
Heaven or hell when you die, reincarnation or blackness.
I definitely think something else happens. There's part of me that I hope for an idea of heaven where you just go into a memory, right? Just go back into a happy part of your life and exist within that forever. This is wow. All right, let's do it. Let's get deep. There's this moment that I think about a lot when I was a child, and I used to go to this summer day camp, and I woke up that day and spent the morning with my mother, and then we walked together from the house down to the bus stop, and there's a little playground there, and she pushed me on a swing for a minute, and then we were sitting on a bench, and like the bus came, and in that moment I don't know, it's amazing that I recall this so vividly, because I was a child. I must have been like 6-7 years old or something. I in that moment knew that I didn't want to get on the bus. I just wanted to keep spending the day with my mother. And it was like, oh, there's all of the love that I have for my mother in that moment. And I think about it a lot. And it's like a dream. I could envision going back into that moment and having that be my afterlife because it was just perfect.
It's a very interesting thought. That if heaven is just your happiest moment.
Yeah.
Wow. And you just live that for eternity.
You can just live in that moment. Because there's a lot about our lives and like just live in the moment.
My idea of heaven would be a little different.
Yeah.
But everybody's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting things to think about.
Yeah. But not too much. Don't dwell on it.
Well, why not?
Well, because I feel like if you spend too much time dwelling on what might happen, you're not going to give enough thought to what is happening.
That I can agree with.
Yeah.
I get that perspective on it. I just think I wish, God willing, I have kids, in the future, and teaching them about, the major important things that I think are constant, and one of them being death, and telling them not to be so shaken up by it because it is a thing that will happen to everyone. And yes, there is a certain amount of fear involved, but having them connect with God, the Creator, and what I think that is, and how it has a certain foundation to everybody's lives, and especially, their lives, and how you can maintain that relationship with your Creator gives you a lot less fear on what's going to happen to those major events in your life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is relaxing to know that there are hands on the wheel. Somebody's driving. Something is driving. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There is a beautiful saying that I love, and I apply it to when bad things are happening to you. So meditation is super easy when your life is great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll meditate. Yeah, like I do. I'm so peaceful. Meditation is meant for when those times in your life are not so great. That's when you need to apply meditation. And the same goes for your faith in the Creator and God, for those of you who believe in God, because it's easy to have faith when God has given you everything, and you know?
Yep.
But when everything gets taken away or things get taken away that are really important to you, those are the moments where faith is the most important. And it's the hardest because you feel stuff has been taken away from you. There's a great story, and I think it's the story of Job in the Christian religion, how God takes everything away from him. And Job still holds on to his faith after everything was taken away. In the Christian religion, does he get everything back, I believe? I think so.
I actually don't remember.
I think he gets everything taken back. We, in my faith, in the Jewish faith, we have the similar story. Just some things vary from that. But I love that because he realizes that, everything is not even mine. So what I feel like is I take that thought process a step further. Everything's a rental from God.
Yeah.
So it's really, I really don't have anything.
Right.
Even my relationships are all rentals.
Yeah. Even yourself is a vessel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to be thankful.
Yeah.
But I have to realize I don't really own anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a crazy thought to really think about. It's all a rental from God.
Yep.
And appreciate the time you have with it. Be thankful for it. And be ready to let it go when it doesn't come to you.
God, it's so much easier that way.
Well, it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. Yeah, it's just who cares? It's
Well,
okay.
With that thought, I read something this morning that parallels to this. It's from a Sufi, I believe Rumi said it. He said, be thankful for everything, even the things you don't get, even the things that have been denied to you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the grand scheme of things. And I'm like, oh my gosh. For me in my acting career, there have been multiple times where I've been upset that I didn't book a role. I really wanted it, and I didn't book it, and I thought I was perfect for it. And then I realized I booked something else shortly after, and I was like, oh, whoa. I'm glad things worked out because this other role that I booked, actually, they used that reel for pitching me for another role that was actually bigger.
Yep.
And I'm like, whoa, that's okay. All right. I kind of start to see the plan here a little bit, and okay, got to take a step back. And I'm trying to apply that, and I'm not doing the best I can. I can do a lot better. Yeah. I'm going to do better, Sean.
Dude, I can believe you. Yeah. It's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to just, oh man, trust the process. I hate that I just said that, but it's true.
What to do, man?
Yeah.
What to do? Sean, this has been another amazing talk with you.
I love it every time.
I appreciate you for coming on the show. And yeah, if people want to check you out, Sean Cowhig on Instagram.
Yeah, SeanCowhig.
And Way Highway is Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time, right after Wesam's World on Idobi Radio. And you guys are on Spotify or Instagram, or sorry, YouTube and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can find The Way Highway.
Great. And The Way Highway is on Instagram as well, right?
We're on Instagram at Way Highway.
At Way Highway. I'm trying to think. I think we got everything, right, Peyton? All right. Play us out. Thank you, Idobi Radio. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Nice Guy Digital. Thank you to all of our new subscribers on YouTube. We're now at well over 1,000. Past it. We want to thank you to everybody who's watched the Reggae John Page episode. We are over 100,000 views on that, and we want to thank you guys for all the Bridgerton fans and the Reggae fans, and for staying for Wesam's World. We appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the flat earthers still watching David's episode. Hey, appreciate your money. Oh man. Hey, thank you to HelloFresh. Be sure to sign up with the deal that we have with them today, because it's a great deal. You can't beat that deal. Which reminds me, we need to put it on YouTube now. It includes paid promotion for this episode. And I'm doing this on air because that's the way we do it here. All right, well, we'll figure it out. We got buttons. We got brains. Hey, always remember to listen, think, and then talk. Bye.